What's going on, everyone? So I've been at Octave for about a week now, but in that time span, the team has already rolled out some new agents. And the great part about being brand new and seeing all these features roll out is I get to kind of experience them as a user and see like, okay, this philosophically aligns with the challenges that I see growth teams face. So it's been really cool so far. Awesome experience. Can't wait for the next few months. We're gonna do some crazy stuff, but today I'm just gonna show you the new company qualification agent and the prospector agent, and talk a little bit more about the challenges they tackle. I'm sure like a lot of people, especially in like the go-to-market engineering space, are tackling these in different ways. I don't know about you guys, but in order for me to get like a really good target count list, um, I need to do a lot of prompting and signal stacking in Clay, right? So you got to pull a bunch of stuff like recent funding and headcount growth and company news and all that stuff. And while it's all useful, right? When you're hacking all of that together, you can't really get something that's a relevant and clear story about why they would benefit from your product, right? It's this fragmented sort of mess. Really useful data, but a fragmented mess. So at the end of the day, we're still kind of guessing if they're in a position to even care about your offering. You could be pulling in accounts from Trigify, RB2B, web visits, or just like scraping job postings like I'm doing just for this demo. But if you're selling like a fintech product that's like a payment software, you want to ask questions like, all right, is this target account a subscription-based model, right? Do they have in-app purchases? Things like that, which are direct signals as to why your product would even be useful to them, right? Same thing with like an AI dev tool is like, does this company care about like um, dealing with their complex code bases? So when you have like questions like that, you have much more relevant and real qualifiers than say all these fragmented pieces that you're pulling together, like funding rounds and whatnot. So the cool part is if you go into Octave and you create an account, all of those qualifying questions are just generated for your product. And this kind of blew my mind when I saw it for the first time. But basically, it's just going to spin up all these qualifying questions that, for Octave, when I created a workspace for Octave, it just was super accurate. But obviously, you're going to want to go in this, refine it, edit it, make sure it's the good fit questions are actual good fit questions and the bad fit questions are actual bad fit questions. But once you get to that point, you can call the qualification agent in Clay, NNN, wherever you're calling the API, and then it's going to give you a score of how good of a fit they are. It's going to tell you why they're a good fit or not, and that's going to really help you get that clear story of should I filter them out or should I make them a target account? So that's sort of what we're gonna do right here, and you can see kind of how we did it. I'm gonna pull up the first one. So you see, like I scraped all these job postings. I called this qualify company Octave API, and it gave me the score, and it gave me the rationale for uh, why they are a good fit. And you can see here it gives you a little bit more firmographic information if you need that as well. But anyways, we can use that score as a threshold to say, all right, if it's above a certain score, we're going to shoot it on to the next table of target accounts and actually try to find people to reach out to, right? So that's exactly what we did. We sent it all over to this new table, which is, okay, these are accounts we're pretty confident are qualified, right? So now we're going to think back, okay, what's the traditional way of finding the best people within an organization to reach out to or who you think should know about your product, right? And typically it's job titles, right? Using these job title keywords and Clay will come and filter it for you, and typically does a pretty good job. But what I've noticed about the job title keyword search is that it just doesn't capture all the right people. Especially when you consider that some people with the same job title just do different things. Not completely different things, but you know, I know that there are engineering directors who have completely different functions based on the size of the company. I know that some CROs are much more RevOps focused than others. And even go-to-market engineers, you have the ones who are basically full cycle AEs and the ones who are fully on the operations side. So I want people who fit how I define my ICP and what they care about, um, not necessarily just their job title. Let me know if you agree or not, but that's kind of how I see it, and that's kind of the philosophy behind this these Octave agents as well. So basically what this is going to do is this prospector agent. We're talking about a new agent now. The old one was a qualifier, this is a prospector. This one is going to look at the company page, look at all their employees, and it's going to see, okay, which one of these people have the right responsibilities, which one of them likely have the right pain points, and it's going to infer who the right people are so that you have a really tight shot on goal when they end up in your prospect list, right? So we can set this up in Octave also very easily. If you just go to prospect durations, you can just click build new agent, select prospector, and then just drop in a playbook that has the personas you care about, because you'll typically already have that once you go through the initial flow in Octave, right? So you'll have all of these personas that are fully enriched. And we can kind of see what these look like, right? And it's exactly what I'm talking about. It's not like job titles, it's responsibilities. So you go here, you go to personas, and right, these are all Octave helps you generate all of these. And it's not a job title. It's a description of their responsibilities, their pain points, things that actually matter when you're reaching out to them. So yeah, this is kind of the brain behind how it's performing its search. So when you call the API, it finds the right people, shoots them over into the prospect list, or at least that's what I did. And yeah, then there you have it, right? And from here, you can either run like really targeted sequences on them, which I'll go over in another video. You can, find their phone numbers, push them to your CRM. But, for me, since uh, I was just using job postings to find these target accounts, I'm probably just gonna connect with them on LinkedIn and not gonna pitch slap them. Maybe they'll look at my profile and see something helpful there and we can get a conversation going. But I think the whole philosophy that we have at Octave is relevance over personalization. Or that's part of the philosophy where it's like we want these agents to give you people who are relevant enough to the problem that you solve so that you don't have to hit them with the, hey, I saw you watch The Last of Us. We share the same favorite TV show, or make some like weird, like super personal reference that they would understand. That deep level of personalization should not be necessary in um, any type of B2B motion, in my opinion. It is more about relevance at the end of the day. But yeah, so I'll be posting more workflows like this. I'll also link to a client of ours who did a much more advanced flow than this using, I believe RB2B, and then he hooked it up with the Octave agents. So you can see how he does it. He is a lot better at using it than I am. But uh, yeah, feel free to share what you're doing to solve this problem, right? How do you make sure that the people that you reach out to would really benefit from the solution you're putting in front of them? Would love to know. And yeah, all right, peace out.